After midnight last night, while most world leaders were asleep or, depending on the time zone, governing, Donald Trump was spiraling in a meltdown on Truth Social, where he was rage posting about Los Angeles like a guy who just lost an argument in the comments section and is furious that nobody's paying attention to what he wants to say. What triggered the meltdown? The protests in Los Angeles and the fact that he can't control them. So here is Trump melting down. This is not your crazy uncle who's hate commenting on Facebook. This is the president of the United States. Quote, Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor Bass should apologize to the people of Los Angeles for the absolutely horrible job they have done. And this now includes the ongoing LA riots. These are not protesters. They are troublemakers and insurrectionists. Remember, no masks. First of all, calling protesters insurrectionists is rich, coming from a guy who incited an actual coup attempt. I guess he thinks Gavin Newsom. I don't even know what he's talking about. But more importantly, he's now declaring that this is a situation where if you wear a face mask, you are a criminal. But the face masks of the insurrectionists storming the Capitol were no problem. And the face masks of the ICE agents that are out there carrying out this brutality are not a problem. It's only a problem when it's the protesters. Trump then continuing in the conspiratorial vein, paid insurrectionists. Because as we know, the MAGA right assumes that when Americans protest something that Trump is doing, they must be getting paid. And it is the same lie. We've seen it so many times before. Anyone we don't like is a paid actor, unless they're wearing the MAGA hat, in which case they are legit. Unless the person in the MAGA hat does something wrong, in which case it was a paid actor wearing a MAGA hat to pretend to be a Trump supporter. Ay, ay, ay. Trump continuing. Jim McDonnell, the highly respected LAPD chief, just stated that the protesters are getting very much more aggressive and that he would have to reassess the situation as it pertains to bringing in the troops. He should right now. Don't let these thugs get away with this. Make America great again. This is not normal presidential behavior. This is a deranged man demanding military action against Americans from his phone at, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., because someone made him feel powerless. This is not strength. It's a tantrum dressed up as tough talk. And it's also worth noting the protests filled with law enforcement wearing masks, but Trump doesn't care about that because he cares about optics and control and punishing those that make him look weak. Trump continuing, looking really bad in LA, bring in the troops, and then also arrest the people in face masks now. Trump wants to send the law enforcement wearing face masks to arrest protesters wearing face masks because that's what he wants. It's not what the law says. And this is, of course, not how a democracy is supposed to respond to protest. This is how authoritarians lash out when the crowd stops cheering for him. And if Trump had the power to lock people up just for wearing a mask, he would do it. So if you are still under the illusion that this man respects the Constitution, look at what he's posting to the internet at 1 a.m., and you're going to find a dictator in waiting. So after the break, we're going to speak to Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy. He has an opinion as to what needs to be done here. We'll see if we agree or we disagree. After that, we'll hear from Caroline Leavitt. What is her position on what's going on? Make sure you're getting my daily newsletter by signing up at davidpakman.substack.com. We'll take a quick break and be right back. You know, every time we call out Donald Trump's authoritarianism, the right calls it media hysteria. But I want to remind you that Trump admits he's looking for ways to defy the Constitution and maybe even pursue another term. Now, if you don't know the bias behind your news, you might believe, oh, Trump's just teasing us. There's nothing here. Go to ground.news/Pacman and see how media bias influences more than your perception from Trump's policy and ability to understand and undermine constitutional norms. I've been with Ground News for years now because this is what they do. They expose the hidden agendas behind reporting sources and make it easy to compare coverage and understand critical issues. Even better, if I'm reading a story on another site, the Ground News browser extension will flag the source's political bias and give me other reports on the same story so I can verify the information. My viewers get 40% off the same unlimited Vantage plan that I use, so you get their top tier plan for just $5 a month. Go to ground.news/Pacman. The link is in the description, or scan the QR code.